Okay guys, this is the second time I'm trying to do this. So today's reading going to be a little bit more serious than what is normally here, and it's going to be woo-woo. So if you are not into woo-woo, you're going to want to click off right now. Just going to tell you, right? Yes. I heard silently listening, you know, which I know it sounds, you know, or silently waiting, like waiting for a response. I think that somebody is inquiring as to what is... There's this energy and sense that a person, whoever I'm reading for, has been dealing with energies that seem to be encroaching in on their own, that seem to be interfering with their energies and their life. It's taking on manifestations in their life that are like a very maleficent type of energy. And I'm saying that because it's like, I get the feeling of I don't know where the source is. I don't know where it's coming from. And I have done many attempts at what would normally work with certain things, to disperse it, to get rid of it, to protect oneself. And it's almost as if this is a relentless type of energy that, while whatever efforts are made can be, it's almost like it's kept at bay to a certain degree. It reminds me of when you have a migraine and you take medication and it never fully goes away, like the exceptionally difficult symptoms might subside, but there's still that dull ache and that halo that's still around your head. You still feel its presence. You can still tell it's there. And so it's really like a matter of time before it comes back. And so it's almost like having to use your energy to maybe just keep something at bay. And I think that whatever this energy is, like, you know that it's not yours. You recognize that. I feel like it's there's a familiarity to this energy. So you must have gone through something like this previously, but there's also a sense of, what's going on, Spirit? Like, what is going on? Why is this so relentless? What is happening? You may have questioned whether or not this was something that I get the sense of like there's just no way something could be this relentless. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know, why isn't Spirit helping? Why are my best efforts not working? And I gotta say, I think that you were doing what you usually would, and maybe then some, but this energy is so hell-bent, it feels like to me. And so there's this sense of like, what is Spirit doing? Like, what are you all doing? What is going on? Why is this so powerful and so relentless? And when or how can it be remedied? And I think that you're just waiting for the answer for that. And I think that you may have been trying to ask that, but you were I feel like somebody has been trying to address this energy that's encroaching, is what it feels like it's shrouding you almost, that tries to veil you. But you're like, I still have life to do too. So, you know, you've got like a busy life or things to do. You're trying to accomplish things. You're still trying to expend your energy, you know, like that Temperance card of like being both of the earth and the spirit realm. And it's like, it's really difficult. I feel like this is something that would work. Like, you're like sitting down and you're stopping everything so that you can address this, because the level of relentlessness, it's like, I cannot have my energies piecemealed out, and may prove to be difficult in your life because you're not in a position, right, to stop anything in your 3D life. Like, there may be a lot of things that require, and it feels not like anything exorbitant, but it's like you just can't step out of your day-to-day right now, you know? And I think that that's what this energy is banking on. And I feel being more pushed. There's a lot coming through without even pulling cards, guys. I feel like there's like a push even more to get to a place where you're even more tied up and desperate. Well, I didn't mean to say desperate, but I guess that's probably where the energy is trying to get you into a sense of desperation, and powerlessness, right? So like so that there's no real concerted effort to address it. So we need to find out what's going on. Okay, they keep pulling me over here, and this is like my double duty deck. This has like the Oracle of Emanations below, which I guess we're gonna do this one. And this is not the Oracle of Emanations. Let me tell you all what it is. It is the Oracle of Souls. Masilia. Oh. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, and I meant to tell you all. So here's my coffee, right? I was trying, I could already tell what was happening. So I was cleansing and prepping the space and everything. And I was doing something. And as I was doing it, like, I don't know how. I have no clue how, but it's almost like it fell out of my hand and into my coffee. Almost as if to squelch what the tool that I was using to cleanse. And so I took it out, threw it away, and I got another one, and it took forever to light up. And it's not something that like Palo Santo, you know, that can take a long time to light up. Cause that's what I was using previously. And so I had to, it was like a struggle to get it going. And I was like, what? Like this feeling of, don't go looking a little bit. But I don't necessarily think that that's necessarily, this is meant to happen. Like, we are meant to look, okay, guys? We are meant to look. Wrath, instability, suspicion, introspection, opposition, honesty, shame, and restitution. All right, let's get this. I feel a pent-up rage that you've been experiencing periodically as you've been having to deal with this. And I want to say that is almost as if like it's a breakthrough. Like whatever this energy is wants you to feel. It may come from a particular place, particular person. Again, if this is not the type of stuff that you want to hear about, please click off, be a grown-up. And if this is something that you don't believe in, click off. It's not your reading, obviously, right? Okay. Now that you've had your PSAs and your warnings, let's get into this. So the sense of wrath and chaos that you're experiencing internally it's being relentless. Okay, here's the thing. Whatever this energy is, it's being relentless on you. So you begin to question your own intuition and your connection with spirit. And like spirit, like you begin to question spirit altogether. That's their intent and purpose. It creates a sense of instability within yourself of I don't really know what's what. Because as soon as I feel like I'm stable, I'm right back out of that. And that sense of instability and suspicion that this is creating in regards to you and your spirit team, or you and spirit, your connection with source, God, you know, the universe, that's creating wrath, which is then going to feed the ability for whatever this energy is to connect to you. And this is building like a sense of opposition for your introspection. Hold on, they want me to read this one. You guys are not gonna fucking believe this. Guys, I do my sigils and things like that, and I have different spirits and deities that I work with, and I use sigils that are connected to them. And I did not pay attention to this, the Morrigan. So there's a sigil that looks like, let me show you for the Morrigan, and I do it with my frankincense on my table. And I am so glad that they fucking showed up. Oh my God, oh, yay! Let me just show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna draw it for you really quick. This is what it looks like, okay guys? And this may be beneficial to you. But the Morrigan is, which that's not the best, but you know, it's like up, down, up, over, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the sigil that I use for them. And, you know, the way that the Morrigan is, it's just like the Diva Triformis, the Mother Maiden Crown. Like, there's a sense of multiple spirits that make up the Morrigan, or multiple aspects of this deity. And no wonder they want me to read it. Okay. And I work with, so here's the thing. Neiman, and I always say it wrong, forgive me for those who are well versed in this, but Neiman, one of the aspects that is believed to be a part of the Morrigan, actually deals with wrath, like considered like the okay, how do I explain this? Like, Neiman would be the deity that would, of war, basically, okay? And it is what I consider when the alchemization and utilization of that wrath, okay? For that sense of, like the Morrigan deals a lot with protection, okay? And I don't want to go into like all the history, because there's certain aspects of it that people will disagree about, right? But if you've ever heard of people talking about how there's a certain cry, a certain scream that one can do that will wake up the ancestors. It is a scream or a cry from the depths of your being and your existence. It is a pain, a chaos. It's almost, that's what I would say. I would say that Neiman, one of the aspects of the Morrigan, utilizes the chaos and wrath associated with war, whether internally or externally. They frequently depicted externally, but it is utilizing that. It is like a divine, it's like the dark feminine. It is a divine rage that it can be alchemized and used. There are other aspects of just within the Morrigan that talk about protection and how to protect oneself, and how to utilize, specifically I've worked with Neiman to utilize that wrath to create protection. It's so complicated. I feel like I am not the best orator to explain certain things that are so much easier to understand through energy, like when you're working with. So look it up. Look up the Morrigan. Look up the Morrigan. It's by no accident that they are here. Okay. That is amazing. Sorry, they want me to read it, so. La 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 la. Are you kidding me? Where are you? Hathor, Anubis. the Morrigan. Okay. Demi-goddess, shapeshifter, riddler, trickster, and tester of the heroes. The Morrigan is an agent of chaos. In all ways, more than she appears, she favors the form of a large, black crow and enjoys the spectacle of battle. The Morrigan is the tester of skill as well as of will, tempting heroes away from their true goals and desires. She challenges our self-knowledge and our abilities, pushing us ever towards true understanding of who we are, the bad as well as the good. And then martyr, which is honesty, shame, and restitution. And I think that honesty comes through, restitution comes through honesty with oneself, right? The affliction of blindness represents a blindness of the soul. Mortals who in life believe themselves extremely keen-sighted may find themselves so stricken upon their death if they lived their lives in ignorance and delusion, their actions untampered by pity and compassion. It is the task of the martyr to care for these souls, to guide them to reflection upon their sins, shame at their previous selves, and restitution through thoughtful service and care for others. Once such a soul can see their own faults, weaknesses, and the effects of one's actions on others clearly and truly atone for them, only then can this blindness be cured. The martyr invites us to look clearly upon ourselves and our deeds and see the blindness in our souls so that we may not be eternally stricken. I got to be honest with you. As I'm reading this out, I am like not liking this definition that they've put of the Morrigan, as if she relishes in total chaos, in the creation of the chaos. But yet I feel with the Morrigan, the wrath at such chaos and utilizing it for the betterment of one's own. It is the recognition of it. Like I feel like the way that they describe it in this book paints such a negative tone for what the Morrigan does, right? And that's really not the way that, one, I have come to understand the Morrigan, nor work with the Morrigan. So I really want my coffee, but there's crap in it. And I'm like, damn. And so I'm going to go on this sense of, but what I did pick up from that is there's a sense of the external energy that is coming at you, almost feeding from, and we got that before, in liking the wrath that it is putting you in, the chaos that it is creating, and it works better, which we know that about many maleficent energies that they feed off of, right? Off of that. And I think that the Morrigan shows up to show you how, when you are in the midst of that, because she doesn't start wars. I gave a very feminine, the Morrigan doesn't start wars, but the Morrigan will show up, and when people's intentions are not pure. I mean, there's stories, if you read about the Morrigan and Neiman, of just wiping, like using that energy to wipe out armies, right? And so it's one of those things where it's like, this is not, she shows up when how to utilize the energies that are present within your life, that you're enduring and that you're existing in and that you're encountering, as how to, one, protect from those, and how to use that energy to create that protection. How to alchemize, but more than just alchemize, because the Morrigan isn't one that necessarily disperses it. It's almost as if she will, much like whatever energy is coming at you and trying to, it's like, if you can use negative energy and chaos to feed maleficent, it can also be used to feed the benevolent, right? Like whatever it is that the opposite is also true. Let's put it that way. And so rather than allowing what you're experiencing, this rage and this wrath, instability and suspicion, to be something that creates like a downfall for you, and to pull your power and energies apart so that you are fragmented, it can be the thing that solidifies and lifts you up, right? That chaos can be the thing that fuels you. So I don't know why, but I guess they wanted me to pick up on the fact that while one energy may be coming at you to pull and break you down, you can actually use that energy to lift yourself up and become stronger. And so instead of trying to disperse the chaos, use it. Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. And that's where the being honest and yeah, being honest with yourself, doing the introspection and being honest instead of trying to run from the chaos and run from the wrath, to utilize that. All right. Beware who you trust. Your abilities will be enhanced. It's literally, this whole process will enhance your abilities, enhance your sense of power and groundedness and presence within your own abilities. You know, it goes back to that whole, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I fear no evil because I've experienced the worst of the worst. Like, I've come out of it unscathed. You know what I mean? The phoenix that rises from the ashes. Like, I've done this a multitude of times. I'm not afraid of this. And I think that's what they're saying. Not to be afraid of this, to feel into the chaos. Okay. Okay. Beware who you trust. Beware who you trust. Let's talk about that, because then that is a message. We're going to use the Hermetic Tarot. Beware who you trust. And I am finding that I am clamoring for words, and that's not usually, I mean, I say some dumb shit, don't get me wrong, but the fact that I can't articulate and bring it to, you know, because again, if you know and understand it, you have so much more power than it. It amplifies it. And so it's almost as if you're being kept in a confused state. And rather than trying to block something so that you don't feel it, it's almost as if it's like, feel it, because then you get to the understanding of the source. Don't run from the chaos. Allow the chaos to build. You can use what is being projected to you, what is enshrouding you and veiling you, to your own benefit, against whatever this external energy is. Okay? Beware who you trust. Let's figure this out. 8 of Wands. Four of Wands. It's a lot of fire, guys. So this came out. This chaos and this feeling of shroudedness and like being veiled is actually going to help to propel you forward very swiftly and fast. It's almost like it's the fuel, because we're dealing with the wands. I'm feeling like there's a sense of, it's funny because whatever energy is attacking you or coming to you and trying to penetrate you and is constantly, incessantly shrouding you, is trying to slow you down and make you feel stagnant. So there's like chaos and stagnancy. And I think the Morrigan is saying there, you can use the chaos to propel forward movement, but it's the how. And to create this, the foundation, the stability that you're seeking, because we've got the Four of Wands. Like, you don't know how quickly this is going to bring in stability, actually. It is intuitively taking you to where you need to be, which is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, we're gonna, how is this gonna play out? I feel like we might be able to get some information to help you navigate this, but we also don't want to reveal too much. It's almost like a need for you to fortitude, strength. Okay, sorry, they're pulling me to another deck. Give me just a second. All right, can we talk about beware who we trust? And how do we utilize this chaos to propel forward? And fast. And I can't get away from this sense of communication. I do not always directly go to communication for the Eight of Wands, but I'm feeling that. It's like you're going to come into a bunch of knowing really fast that allows you to intuitively, it's going to guide you. This is panning out. If you use it wisely, it's going to get you exactly where this energy doesn't want you. That's how you use it against it. Okie dokie. Shit fire. Okay, so we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is the Six of Earth in this deck, Judgment, which is renewal, and then the Three of Air. So Six of Pentacles is also about that reciprocity. It's almost like getting the thing that you need to help propel you forward. When I think of Six of Pentacles as getting some kind of help and assistance, an evening of the scales, right? That will, like, if used wisely, can propel you forward majorly, right? So this is like a gift. Like there's some kind of gift or opportunity coming with the Six of Earth, the Six of Pentacles, that helps you to move in a new direction. And then we've got like Three of Air, which is moving away from something, breaking ties with something, a cutting of some kind of a cording. God dang it. A cutting of the cord, whatever this energy is they have. So this has got to be coming from a source that has some type of tie to you, okay? So, and I feel like you might have known that, but you have no 3D material evidence whatsoever, and you feel like you're suddenly going insane, and that's the point. So you may know exactly where the fuck this is coming from. I gotta be honest with you. I think that you know, and it's like, but why? Like, why now? Why is it creating issues for me? Whatever. You're on par with that, okay? I feel like there's an internal knowing, and while they can create the chaos so that your mental realm starts to act up and question everything, and like things external to you don't reflect what you are internally knowing. It's like it's trying to, the seeds of doubt, the seeds of suspicion, and instability. They're playing mind fuckery. But I mean, if you were to try to explain this to somebody else, they would look at you like you're fucking crazy. I just gotta be honest with you. There's no real evidence of this, but you fucking know it. You know it. Okay? So there's some type of, I gotta be honest with you, there will be a cutting away, a cutting of a cord from this source, which I strongly feel as a person. It's not like I actually feel like if there are any entities that are attached to this, it is the conjuring of a particular person. So there's like, it's almost like what they work with, the energies they work with, and things like that. But you know, their incessantness, to me, one, speaks of your strength, but two, the fortitude, their desperation. I gotta be honest with you. Whatever source this is, they're desperate. This is desperate. And this is actually going to lead to a separation of some type. Like this, I'm feeling like I keep seeing the Temperance card where it's like this is going to be playing out both etherically, like energetically, and within your life. You will see this. Something that will make another person exceptionally angry and sad and hurt is going to bring you so much abundance and reason to celebrate. Because this is the three of cups, 3 of water. So I have questions then. I have questions of something is coming, like the 8 of Wands. Let's clarify the 8 of Wands really quick. Okay, we can... 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands, please. What is the 8 of Wands? It's communication or information or... And it's fast. Something... There's a lot of components to this. This is going to be a long read, y'all. I always do long reads. Good God. I need to start doing some short ones for the people who like short ones. Some kind of help. Like fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help, some type of help and assistance. Which we knew because we got the balancing of the scales. Like the 5 of Earth is really, okay, 2 of Water. Yeah. So positive resolution to a conflict. So some of the manifestations you may be seeing in your life may really revolve around your finances or stability within like all of you. Varying areas of your life, right? That sense of stability, because it feels like it's been having enough of effect that it's impeding you, keeping you stagnant, and you keep trying to make efforts and take steps and strides, not only to like within your life to move forward, but also energetically. I think that you have known something was encroaching on your energy and you've been trying very much so to do whatever practices or rituals or internal work that you felt like you needed to do in order to be able to rid yourself of that, right? To cut that completely off. And it's literally like, I feel like there's tentacles just reaching for you. So every time one gets cut off, another one grows, you know, and it's like, it's incessant is what I understand. And so it impacted you greatly within your life. And it showed up in manners of probably something to do with finances, very tangible because we're talking about pentacles and everything else like that. But there is a resolution to some type of conflict that's coming in. Now, I'm also seeing multiple cards of forgiveness. We've got the need to forgive yourself and others, and this one says forgiveness. And oh yeah, I feel like that might be difficult for you. Because then we also have a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. And I think that's the piece. The negative or fear-based thoughts. Negative or fear-based thoughts. So what is this communication? When this comes in, the 8 of Wands, this is what they said. Don't try to run from the chaos. Don't try to run and pretend like this situation doesn't exist. So the energies that keep shrouding and encroaching on you, it's almost as if you try to pretend like things aren't actually happening in your real life, you know, like somehow they're not attached to one another. As much as you try to not, like you're trying to push away these energies. And so in that, you may be like denying that things are as bad as I hate to say that things are in your life are unfolding as negatively. But when you recognize what's happening and what's going on, and you're like, I'm going to fucking do something about this, irregardless. Yeah, I don't know why my mouth says that shit, because my brain knows the real word. Regardless. Oh my gosh. That happens. And I feel like I didn't used to do that. And then all these people started like saying, why does everybody say irregardless? And I'm like, what is irregardless? You know, I looked it up one day, and then ever since then my brain goes, irregardless. I'm like, stop it. Stop. I know instantaneously as it's coming out my mouth. Y'all. It gets on my nerves. Okay. I get a sense that whatever this help or assistance is that comes in, or this balancing of the scales, you may be, because of your ego, you're either fearful. Two things here, guys. For some of you, you may get some assistance, and your ego may say, like you try to pretend in your life, in your actual life, that things are not that bad, that you've got this. Like this need to prove to yourself that you've got this, and like that you're more powerful than whatever this energy is so great that it's manifesting in how you make choices and decisions in your life, right? And there is no sense of like the spirit's like, you are powerful. Just because something is incessantly coming after you doesn't mean that you're not powerful. Like, quit that shit. Quit that shit. I know we see things on YouTube, TikTok, and all that kind of stuff. I always want to make it be like, nothing can penetrate me. Liar. Liar. No one is impervious. No one. Ugh, I hate when people do that shit. Okay. So, but they're also saying that because you're in this state of confusion and almost like this energy that's coming from a particular source is wanting you to not feel empowered. And so when this opportunity arrives, you may not feel, you may be like, everything's gone so wrong so far, this far, nothing's going to get better, that the negative or fear-based thoughts may encroach, right? And they're saying, look, there's going to be a positive resolution to this. Do not allow those negative or fear-based thoughts to prevent you. Don't stick to the illusion that this energy is trying to create for you, this sense of chaos, okay? Like, don't be afraid of the chaos. Being afraid of the chaos is actually only creating more problems for you. Like now's the time to learn how to thrive in that shit, okay? And then we've got the Knight of Earth, which is something I always say is something that's in integrity. Like, this is the right thing for this moment. This is something that you can trust and you can believe in. It's going to show up in integrity. It's going to be transparent. It'll bring stability into your life, okay? But beware who you trust. That's the one. Who we got to worry about? Is there somebody to worry about? What I want to know about the source where this is coming from. Is this going to be revealed? Is the source where this is coming from going to be revealed? I'm going to assume so, because something that brings you great joy is going to bring them great sadness. But let's just find out. This is the New Era elements. The source of this. Defeat. Torment. Oh. The source of this. Well, we knew they were probably... Oh, man. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good for them. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Y'all have been going through it because they've been going through it. This is their attempt to escape these energies, and you are literally... So they're creating that for you because somehow your success feels like their demise. And I know that sounds so dramatic and soap opera-ish, but we all know that there are true, genuine, narcissistic people out here, and they thrive on being the one that's seen in the better light. They thrive on this may be a person that has done this to you in the past, because the way that I'm describing this energy that's encroaching, keeping you confused, you know, while you know something to be true and you know, but you don't have evidence of it, like that right there tells me that's a dynamic between a narcissist and their victim wholeheartedly. But this motherfucker here is someone who utilizes energy, is an occultic, plays with magic. I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay. However you want to deem that, like spiritual, etheric energies, right? They play in that. So, wow. A spiritual narcissist. Okie dokie. And so at points you feel their rage. At points you feel their wrath. You can feel like sometimes I feel like you will end up in this energy. We got 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, sorry, and 5 of Pentacles, I do believe. Wait, what am I doing? Which one's which? Hold on. Am I that dumb? Don't answer that, guys. Yeah, this is Wands. I was right. Oh, is that the cup? Okay. Yeah, that's the cups. Oh, Swords. Okay, and cups. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Lord of mercy. Why was I having issues? Conflict, defeat, torment, emotional torment. Duh, Shauna. Okay. And then we got the 10 of Swords. Like, that's going to come to an end for you. But I also feel like this, I swear this is going to be the demise of this person. If they've been able to, oh, you know why? You are going to find out who this is. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. They've been able to keep it from you to a certain degree. I feel like you know that they operate like this, but you're like, I don't think that you, like, I feel like you have an inkling that this is coming from them because this would be their type of MO. That's the kind of that's the one person that would want to do this to you. But they've been real nice to your face. They've been real pleasant and things like that. But behind the scenes, they are attacking the living shit out of you like it's not even funny, okay? Yeah. The reason why you're going to know who it is, because when you have this celebration, this win, they're going to lose their shit. They're going to lose their shit. And everybody's going to be able to see. Like, it's going to be unmistakable. Like, when I say they lose their shit, I don't actually feel like, they're not giving me like you have to worry for your safety. I feel like they're going to lose their shit somehow in front of people. Like the narcissistic rage, it's going to erupt. And they're going to look like, what the F? So here's the thing. Protect yourself. Stand in your power. This is the 9 of Wands, right? Stand in your power. You may be exhausted and tired because you've been having to shield and protect yourself from this energy so much. The best way to do that is to maintain your balance. Feel into whatever it is that's happening and own it. But don't be afraid of the chaos, okay? Don't be afraid of that. All right. Good God, this is so long. Oh my God, guys. Oh, 44. It said 44 on the clock. All right. I had to look. All right. So, okay. So this person, beware who you trust. So right now they're going to be showing you all kinds of sweetness. Or, you know what? They may not even be going out of their way to show sweetness, but the dynamic, see, this person's still in your life to a certain degree. To a certain degree. I don't care if you barely ever talk to them anymore, and if you've minimized your contact with them in any kind of type of communication. This could be an ex-partner, somebody that's like the parent of your children. It could be your parent. It could be somebody that, you know, that it's more than just a friend situation. They have a tie that can keep them in your life to a certain degree, and Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, I know this sounds really weird. It could be somebody that's an ex, or it's just obviously a family member, because we're talking about love and things like that, or their version of love. But for me, I feel like when on the split, I see this, and I feel like something like a new positive relationship is going to enter your life, and it's going to trigger the fuck out of this person. So, and that can happen whether they're a parent, an ex, or whatever it is. It is going to, and they will show their colors. I think that they thought that if they kept you like this, nobody would want you. Oh my gosh, I know parents that are like this towards their kids. They are just, oh my gosh, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Give some details on this. Okay. Tell me more. Oh shit. Community card, social, celebration, reason to be happy. This is the other side of the coin. The thing that will trigger this person is that you're going to have success in finding something that brings stability to your finances, because I did pick up on finances a lot. Because this is like final decision in regards to some skill set, or like career path, job, occupation. The court card is all about the pros and cons, the going back and forth, the negotiations, the things like like the. And the mature woman, I often frequently equate to like the Mother of Earth or the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Because she's very wizened. She's the crone in this energy. And there's going to be a stop to the trying to figure things out, because that's what the whole courthouse card is all about, the litigation process. When you go into the court and you've got differing sides presenting facts, and it's like having to figure and sift through all of that stuff and trying to figure something out. This is not the final decision. The decision is going to be had. Like, there's going to be no more trying to figure it out what to do regarding your finances. You're going to find something, and it brings in a lot of new connections. Like, I feel like it elevates you to a point where like this person can't connect with you anymore. It's like if they kept you isolated, right? Gosh, this reminds me of like, oh my gosh, such a narcissistic situation. And I do understand what a narcissist is. That was my profession. Okay, guys? Like when you are in certain professions, you know firsthand. La, 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 la. So I'm not misusing that term. Just gonna be honest with you. Yeah. Oh, there's a fly trying to get out. Trying so hard. Okay. You're gonna have a new support network around you. So there was a sense of depletion with the Five of Pentacles and stuff like this. I think that it impacted your finances, but it was also a factor that helped keep you isolated from connections that could elevate you, from love, so whoever this is, you've been in a very hermity, isolated mood or time frame. Like keeping you in this chaos kept you from getting any of the things that you wanted or desired for quite some time. And you've known it, and you're like, what is going on? That shit's changing, that shit's changing, that shit's changing. Suddenly. Like, I feel like when this person is dealt with, it's almost as if the chaos comes back into their life because of their little narcissistic rage. They're no longer careful They're very upfront and like flamboyant about it. People can see it. I feel like there is a particular instant, I gotta be honest with you, I am seeing someone, like they're showing me an image of someone freaking the fuck out to the point where like people are staring like, what in the actual F? And it's like, there's no going back from that. So I'm not saying they're gonna do that, but it's almost like, like we've seen those videos, those people where they're screaming at the top of their lungs and they're saying crazy shit. And, like, that's what they're showing me, as like somebody doing something, no harm to anybody else, but everybody else can see now. Now, that doesn't mean that's how it's going to unfold, but that tells me whatever they do, all eyes will be on them. And they're going to have, like, they're going to be digging themselves out of whatever this hole is. Their energy is going to be so wrapped up in that and dealing with the torment and these 3 5s right here. And remember, 5s are all about change right here. And that's what the Morrigan was talking about, is using this chaos. Like, this chaos is going to be beneficial to you at some point because it's going to go right back on them. Okay? And it's almost going to completely stop them in their tracks. And it's going to cut whatever energy they could be sending on you. They won't have the ability to do that anymore. And the focus. And as soon as you step into this new phase, your power is so amplified. The connections that you'll have and the new things that are going to be coming in, it's going to feel like hitting the lottery, where like a lot of stuff starts to pop off. So if you've been wondering what this energy is, you're not crazy. You are correct that it is something maleficent. I'm sorry, y'all don't like the way that I talk. Oh well. And you have been having to fight against it while simultaneously trying to manage your life, which has really put you in a place of major isolation, impacting several areas. Obviously, you're not dating. Whoever this is just didn't have the wherewithal, I don't feel like. And it's going to come in so fast, and it's so weird how much stability after this happens. We got the 8 of Wands. And yeah, you're being guided. Just have strength through this process. I do feel like it's going to be soon. The fact that you are sitting long enough to hear this. Okay, I gotta ask. Like, I need timing on this, because it's fine and dandy when we talk about this deck has particular timing cards, and that's what I'm going to be looking for. Great fortune. Okay. Gift. I mean, I swear to you, Spirit's like, I promise you, timing. Give me. Let's see what they say. For some of you, I feel like this is already in process, and you may not see the evidence of it right now, but it's actually already starting. Like, whatever is going to cause them to go off so that all eyes are on them, that's what's in process. They may not have gone off yet, but the stuff that's going to make them... For the collective that this is meant for, please give us a time range, please. Okay, here's the deal with that. So Lovers is Gemini season, and I feel like something started in Gemini season. So when they're telling you that this has already begun, the process it's going to create so this person pops off, it started back in Gemini season. So like the energies and the events and activities that are going to make this person have their narcissistic meltdown started. Now, it's tied somehow to your celebration as well, though. To whatever you're going to be happy about. So something for you has gotten the process going, whether you see it or not. feel like you started feeling probably the worst of this started. I think all summer has been shitty for you. I got to be honest with you. This chaos and this constant fighting of it. I think sometime just before Gemini season, which would have been in May, you like had recognized what was going on. You got yourself into a good place, and it started being this back and forth. Like you could feel that energy coming back, and then you fought against it, and it would come back. And it's like it never fully went away. You could only get it at bay, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? That's when something started in the process for you. I am getting a range of, here's the thing. This came out, right? I don't think this is years. This isn't years. Although, they keep saying 8 months, and I usually look at pentacles as years. And I'm getting a thing of like whatever started in May, like the length of time that it would need to take, okay, for whoever this is. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Chariot. It's about building the momentum. It's like, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. And that's what happens with a narcissist. It's like, you know, if they have small losses, it's okay because they can try and flip it into them being the victim. But this is, wow. But it's the building of things that's going to create. So, okay. This is what I'm hearing. Take it if you feel like it's for you. There's something about the Eight of Pentacles where it feels like there has been a cloud following you for this long. So whatever's going on between you and this narcissist definitely spanned an exceptionally long time. Specifically, 8-year range. You may have encountered, like, more may have started happening up to 10 years, but I am definitely feeling a sense of 8 years. But they're telling me that I'm hearing 8 months when I look at this, as far as like once it started in May. So if you go from May to, what is it, January, that's an 8-month time frame. Like this will all unfold over those 8 months. Like it feels almost final, like everything out in the open, new things beginning, complete sever of the tie, 8 months, okay? But right here, if we're talking about this, there's something about 4 weeks. The way that I do my timing is wands are days, swords are weeks, cups are months, and pentacles are usually years. And it makes sense for these to be flanking this. There's something about from this point forward within the next 4 weeks, you're going to be seeing something transpire. Maybe the rage, the narcissistic rage incident is going to happen within the next 4 weeks. Because it just kind of builds up after, I guess, something started in the Gemini season, and it built up to, and so like they're going to, but the complete tie will happen in 8 months, I think. Because what happens is something good is going to come your way. They're going to have their rage. But I feel like the complete severing between the two of you, because there's a cascade of things that are going to be coming in for you. This is a long fucking read. A cascade of things that are coming in for you that will fully pull them out of your orbit within the 8 months time frame. And I gotta be honest with you, somehow, some way, it feels like there's a distance being put between the two of you, because we also have the Chariot card again, remember, on the bottom of the deck. And I don't usually do bottom of the deck kind of stuff unless I happen to have seen it. And I laid the deck down like this, but over here, and it was just staring at me. And I'm like, ah ha ha. Isn't the Chariot like Cancer season also? Okay. Start looking for physical evidence of certain things happening with the Four of Swords. If you end up having to go to court because this is an ex or something like that, don't worry about it. I feel like shit's going to come out, right? If you end up dating somebody and they act a donkey, like I could see somebody acting a donkey and getting the police calling them. You know what I'm saying? Like to that degree. That's the kind of image that they were giving me, right? And so it's almost as if like if they've gotten away with doing things behind the scenes for so long, it's now going to be on fucking record, right? Like there's no going away from this. There's no moving back. And of course, court moves slowly, right? And so it may be a situation where, shit starts going good for you. So my thing is that four weeks, something good's going to happen to you in 4 weeks. It's going to be like it's going to ignite this MFer. It's going to ignite them. You're going to come out of this feeling in such a sense of power within the self. Let's thank the Morrigan for showing up. And you really will be, because I think that whatever this limiting factor is, that this energy is going to be stopped. This energy is going to be stopped. And the good things will continue to come in. And it's going to give you the leverage to make moves. And somehow that puts distance. Whether this person goes to jail, whether you are able to break free from them and actually physically move somehow, and they are encapsulated with all the shit that goes on. Maybe the cascade of things also is a cascade of shit happening in their life where they literally just dissipate and come and like leave yours. Does that make sense? Because they're so, and like you're able to make forward movement. But I do feel some type of major separation. Again, Temperance card, energetically and physically. So something's going to happen. But know that this chaos, the more chaos that builds, the more likely it is to, it's almost like that etheric energy is going to help completely and utterly remove this person from having any type of influence or impact from your life. And that's really what you want. That's what you've been wanting all along. Because this little shit where you take care of something, and I feel like this has gone on, okay, I get it. It's gone on for about 8 years. I think that you've been in this position before. And you're trying to figure out, how the fuck am I here again? Like, it's the sense of having experienced this person in the 3D with their narcissistic crap, and then having physically gotten away from them maybe, or like stopped dealing with them in the capacity that you did before, family, ex, whatever. But then experiencing this now in the etheric, going, wait a minute, this energy feels familiar. Why is this happening again? And you're thinking, it's them. It's them. You're not crazy. It is them. You're not fucking crazy. Something maleficent can be hidden in the spiritual. Remember I said it's very spiritual. Don't think that this is somebody doing witchcraft and spells and curses necessarily. It's something maleficent wrapped up in the spiritual. This is a very spiritual person. This could be somebody that goes to church every single day, who looks like the poster child of Christianity or of whatever particular religion they are a part of. And that's what gives them their ability to come off as the victim and things like that. You know what I mean? Like any spiritual practice can be used maleficently. It can be used, they can be telling themselves all they want that they are working with the highest of the high, or whatever the shit they want to tell themselves. And they're not. They fucking are not. They are not. So this person has some type of spiritual practice too. I remember saying that. And so don't think that this is like, I'm in there cooking up a spell. It could have been. It could have been. But people limit themselves when we are when we talk about something that's maleficent or black magic, you know, whatever term you want to slap to it, guys. Like, it comes in so many forms. It doesn't look a particular way. Okay? I just want to dispel that as well. But yeah, this is, wow, is what this is. And so much love. Stay in your power. Lean into the chaos. Don't try to run and hide from it. It's going to implode on them. Okay? Which really just means don't let this chaos that's occurring in your life and this feeling like you're treading water to pull you out of your power and to make you feel confused and for you to get suspicious and angry at yourself or spirit. It's all part of this person and this energy's ploy and plan. Stand strong. Much love to you.